Hey everybody, and welcome to Visual Studio coding in C#. And in this episode we are going to look at this Hello World application, and we're going to talk about some of the items within this before we go any further in coding in C#. Now with C#, very similar to Python, it is an object-oriented coding language, which means we create classes and we instantiate those classes and we reference those instances rather than the specific class. Now in the Hello World program we have here, there's obviously only one class which is being called because it's just a very simple basic program. In C# we have to tell our code what system resources we are going to use, which we do in the top line here by saying using system, and then subsequent lines we can say using whatever system references we want to. And system references can be downloaded as well as there being many standard ones, which we will cover in other episodes. Now the next line is namespace, which is basically saying that this class belongs to the namespace Hello World. Hello World is actually the name of our program in this case, but again we can reference classes from other namespaces if we want to. But in this case we've got namespace Hello World and this class belongs to that. Now we've called this class program. This is the only thing in the program at the moment, it's the only thing in our code. So we're referencing this class and then whatever happens inside is part of that class. Now what we're saying is we've got static void, which is a method, and this method returns nothing. Basically it performs a function, it's static, and void means that it does not send anything back to the main program. We call this, it does something, and then it returns to where it left off. So that's what the void means. And in this case, console means that it's going to output something to the console. In this case, it's going to write a line of text, and inside our brackets we have a string which is Hello World, and then that will appear in our console. If I hit Control F5, as you can see here, it says Hello World, and then it just says it's exited with code 0, which just means it's exited. Press any key to close this window, boom, it has closed. Now we also have the ability to create variables within this, and for those of you who don't understand what a variable is like a box that we can put whatever value we want in it, and then that box is put on a shelf inside the system's memory until we decide we want to do something with it. We can add to it, we can subtract from it, we can multiply, we can perform any mathematical functions we want to, or we can just put words into it, which is what we're about to do, and then we can put it on the shelf in the system's memory and then just reference it later. So for example, what we're going to do here is I'm going to create a variable by typing the keyword var. Then I'm going to just label this variable a, and then I'm going to say equals, and then I'm just going to say this is a variable, and then we have to end with a semicolon. That's the convention in C#. And now all we have to do is delete the string from inside there, and we can just say a. Console write line a. So now it's going to write whatever we put on the screen there. So I've hit Control F5 again. Going to take a moment to have a think, and then it's going to say this is a variable, and then it'll say it's exited as before. So that's really simple, fundamental kind of parts of a C# code. We're going to go into a lot more depth further down the line, but this is like your really quick intro. I would advise you to download a development environment. I'm using Visual Studio. It's free if you use the community edition, and it will allow you to get stuck in with coding your own software in C#. Either way, thanks ever so much for watching this, guys. I hope you found that useful. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you in the next episode. But until then, you take damn good care of yourselves, guys. Bye bye.